In today's Africa, most leaders walk with their heads down, controlled, compromised, and quiet. But one man, young, bold, and fearless, refused to stay silent. His name is Captain Ibrahim Traoré, and he is shaking the very foundations of Western influence in Africa. Born in 1988, Ibrahim Traoré grew up watching his country, Burkina Faso, struggle under the weight of poverty, corruption, and foreign control. But instead of complaining, he joined the army. He trained, he listened, he learned. And in 2022, at just 34 years old, he took power in a historic coup. But this wasn't just about leadership. It was a revolution. Traoré didn't just want a new government, he wanted a new Africa. For too long, Africa has been rich in gold, diamonds, and oil, but poor in power. Why? Because the West never truly left. They control our resources. They install puppet leaders. They build military bases in our lands. And they use their media to control our minds. But Captain Traoré saw through it all. He saw the game, and he refused to play. He kicked out foreign troops. He rejected the French-controlled CFA franc, and he stood side by side with leaders in Mali and Niger, calling for African unity, real independence, and Pan-African power. But let me tell you the truth. This path is dangerous. History doesn't lie. Look at Thomas Sankara, murdered. Patrice Lumumba, assassinated. Muammar Gaddafi, bombed. Each of them tried to free Africa from foreign control. Each of them paid the price. Now Traoré is walking that same path, with fire in his eyes and Africa in his heart. He knows the risk, but he refuses to kneel. This is bigger than Burkina Faso. This is about the soul of Africa. And now the question is not about Traoré alone. It's about us. Will we keep scrolling, or will we speak? Will we stay silent, or will we rise? Africa is not weak. We are not poor. We are not anyone's playground. Captain Ibrahim Traoré is more than a man. He is a symbol, a warning, a spark. And that spark is spreading. So I ask you, my brothers and sisters across Africa and beyond, will we follow or will we fade?
You will hear about the African Union. Yes, it exists. But what is the effect of the African Union in reality? We cannot talk about integration in the theme and not talk about the African Union. Because it is this organization that should unite us, create real integration. But we regret to see these wars that persist on the African continent, killing millions of young people. And that this organization, which has heads of state, with armies, is unable to organize itself to support certain countries. The Union is not just a word. The Union is a symbol. And we, the youth, should learn a lesson from this situation to unite, to make integration a reality. I was unpleasantly surprised when Ethiopia, which hosts the headquarters of the African Union, was experiencing a conflict. And when I saw the Prime Minister put on a military uniform and announce the closure of the university in Addis Ababa to face the threat. I did not see any action from the African Union to protect these headquarters. Most Western states saw Addis Ababa falling, packing up and leaving. Ethiopia fought, found an internal solution, and is living more or less in peace today. The children of Congo have been dying for years. Several other conflicts, such as in Sudan, exist on the continent. We would have liked to see the African Union generate the forces and all the necessary strategies to support these states so they can regain peace. For nearly 10 years, the Sahel has been the theater of international terrorism. But we see no support from these organizations to find a solution to this problem. Worse, a few days ago, a country foreign to Africa openly announced having supported and participated in a cowardly terrorist and barbaric attack against the forces of our confederation in Tinsawartan. The African Union did not utter a word to condemn this interference by a state outside of Africa in the internal affairs of our states. I would like them to hear this and therefore break their silence and take action so that the youth can believe in the African Union.